Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing today. Sending you some positive vibes wherever you are, especially if you find you resonate with this title. We're going to hop right into it, but the intuitive download I received, especially upon shuffling, I had two cards that really flew out. So this reading is guided towards someone that intentionally set out to break you. This person could have been a past lover or a friend, someone close to you, but someone who really knew you and someone who you trusted with all your heart that intentionally set out to betray you in one way or another. Now, like I said, upon shuffling, two cards really flew out. So this is kind of the synopsis base of the reading. But the first message I got was this person is controlling your life, beware. And the second message is they thought they could isolate you. So whoever you're dealing with, however this resonates for you guys, we're definitely going to pull some tarot, some more messages, and gain more clarity and insight on this. This person intentionally set out to destroy your path in one way or another. And karma knows no name. Karma only knows what is done must come back to you. So whether or not it is good or bad, it's being returned to sender tenfold. So go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you find this message resonates with your story. Thank you so much to everyone tuning in. It's been a minute since I've done a live. So welcome to all the new subscribers, or if you're just stopping by, and welcome to all the returning subs. So like I said, these messages came out in the pre-shuffle. This person has been working behind the scenes to really try and control the outcome of your destiny. But nothing can be controlled because it's only decided by spirit. You guys know this as divine beings. And so this message is going to bring you a little bit of clarity and just let you know how far this person has gone behind the scenes to really set you up for some sort of disaster. So if you are someone who is working on really putting yourself out there on a public platform, or someone who has a small business, they have set out behind the scenes to completely destroy you having any hope of this being successful. Now, the truth is, karma doesn't know any names or faces. It knows what is done in the dark must come to the light. 222 on the live there. So as we hop into this reading, the truth's about to come out for you guys, and it's going to bring some clarity as well as to how far this situation has been gone. If you're someone with a social media, this person could go as far as to message people that follow you, friends or family, or even subscribers if you're someone with a content platform. Look at that, the Hierophant in reverse. So you could definitely be dealing with someone who has tried to take advantage of your kind-hearted nature, someone who knows that you are a leader. Look at that. And the Lovers. So this definitely could be an ex-lover, someone who you let go of previously based on their controlling ways. Now, for some of you, this person was constantly trying to control you throughout the relationship. And once you became aware of this energy, this could have been someone you pulled back from. You pulled your energy back from and decided that this person was no longer going to be able to have a say in what your life purpose was or what your life was about. If you're someone who recently came into your spirituality, or you feel like your life purpose, this person has been constantly jealous, side-eyeing you, and trying to prevent you from moving forward. You definitely could be dealing with a Gemini or a Taurus, or if you are a Gemini or a Taurus, this reading is specifically for you. Look at this. This person wanted to block your passions. They wanted you to feel like you were misunderstood by others around you. And they also wanted you to feel like whatever you were passionate about wasn't your path. So this person intentionally set out to make you feel like you needed to take some sort of different path, even though you felt connected to spirit and you knew the path you were headed on was the choice for you. You could have recently come into a spiritual awakening or an awareness that a lot of people around you were foes. They weren't friends. They were people who were literally trying to stop you from moving forward on your path. And look at this. If you're someone who had a business from home, they could have constantly sent in enemies or flying monkeys, people attached to them to try and prevent you from moving forward. So for some of you, you used to work from home, or you do currently work from home, and they were convincing family members or friends of theirs to work against you. But see, what this person was failing to realize was all the attacks that they sent your way were eventually going to be returned to them. Maybe not yesterday, maybe not tomorrow, but sometime in the near future is what Spirit wants me to reiterate. These are going to come back tenfold on them. And this is why we wish no harm upon those who do us wrong, you guys. If you needed to stand up for yourself recently or speak some kind of truth, you were guided to do so by your spirit guides. Because like I said, behind the scenes, this person, for a long time now, Three of Cups in reverse, they've been working with others to come against you and to block your path or your small business. If you worked from home, this person possibly had a karmic that they were involved with. This person was sending attacks your way as well. Three of Cups in reverse, this karmic they were attached to could have been someone of the darker side of things. So someone who believed in black magic, hexes, curses, and they were using this person to work against you. If you're someone who lives in like more of a public neighborhood, like say you live in a duplex where there's many different townhomes, or you live in an apartment building, this past lover of yours actually sent in the person they were dealing with, they were working with, to come up against you and really stop your projects, to make you come out as someone you weren't, and essentially to stop you in your path. You could have felt like you were in a haze or a daze for a number of days, months. I'm hearing even years for some of you guys. You've been experiencing this gang stalking, this bullying. It's like constantly you'll see fake accounts watching your stories or commenting negative things on your posts. If you are someone who really is in the public eye, for example, they were using people attached to them to really come up against you because the story this person painted about you was a false narrative. They painted themselves out to be the good guy and you to be out to be the bad guy. And this is where karma comes in, because what goes around comes around, and a faulty facade can only last for so long. And this message is just coming through clear as day for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Definitely go ahead and drop a comment if you resonate with this in the chats. So we're going to pull a little bit further on this. But like I said, it looks like maybe recently you switched from working for a company to trying to do an entrepreneur business endeavor on your own from home. And whoever they were dealing with in the sidelines, this is someone they were sleeping with. This is someone they were intimate with because they had the ability to manipulate this person into believing that you were not of the good side. You were ill-natured, essentially, and that you were someone they needed to come up against, that you were someone that needed to be stopped. But see, this person was working from their shadow side. They truly weren't working with divine, because anyone working with divine knows that even your worst enemy, you guys, you never try to stop them from following their dreams. Never. No matter what, because it's their lessons to learn and it's their path to follow. And the more that you know that lesson, the more that you truly want to inspire others, and the more you truly just focus on your own tunnel vision, the more you're going to succeed. And you are the one to teach this person this lesson. And also it's going to be through a really difficult period of karma that they're about to experience. For some of you, they're already experiencing this karma. This person's in a lack of finances. This person's in a lack of connections with others. And I'm even feeling like this person tried so hard to stop you on your path and your passion because they wanted to mimic everything you were doing and claim it as their own. They wanted to claim that they were the original source and that you essentially took all these ideas from them. Now, anyone that's close to this person was manipulated and gaslit because this person is definitely a narcissist. And essentially, anyone who knows you or knows the both of you knows automatically, collective, whoever you are, that you are the originator of these ideas. It's like this, for example, because there's no judgments in tarot. This reading is collective. You could be a feminine or a masculine. But say, for example, you're a feminine and your idea was to start your own nail place from home, or you wanted to start a platform to do with fashion and hairstyles and lifestyle and vlogging. It's all of a sudden like this past lover of yours was a masculine or someone in masculine energy who was polar opposite of you, but they were trying to manipulate people into thinking that you were taking your ideas from them. Truth's about to come out because a lot of people, like I said, if they knew the two of you from previously, they were aware right away that this person's manipulation tactics, their tricks or their words were not the truth. Now, only people that were close to this person as of recently, since the separation between the two of you, were manipulated by this person in particular into believing that you were someone you were not. And in fact, for a lot of you, this business that you were guided to start was actually divinely guided for you to start as part of your healing and as part of your good karma. Like for some of you, I'm hearing you worked a lot of 9-to-5 jobs, low income jobs. You put in the hard work and the struggles, and divine blessed you with this business idea for you to have out of good karma, for you to follow your passions, your dreams, and your hopes, and to be given a lucky break for some of you. So, you could have switched from working this job where you felt like you really were undervalued, underpaid, and underappreciated to being able to have an opportunity to work from home and follow something that you love. And notice how this Ace of Wands is in reverse. It's because this person tried to break you and make you think that your passions, your ideas were worthless, is what I'm hearing, were not of value. But I'm here to clarify for you guys, however you were recently redirected on your path, you were meant to be redirected on this path because divine blessed you with an opportunity to do better in your life, and this person had no right to try and isolate you or to control your life, to tell you who you can and can't be. Now, a lot of you already knew this lesson in life, and this is why divine also blessed you with this particular career or passionate endeavor. Because you didn't have the lesson to learn that others' dreams cannot be stopped and others' paths cannot be forged, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So let's get a few more cards. Thank you so much to everyone tuning in. Go ahead and drop a like or a comment if you find this message is resonating. This is a really heavy one, you guys. Look at that, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So your past person saw that you started to be more financially abundant than them, that you were succeeding when it comes to this career or this new passionate idea. For some of you, you could have even started an Etsy store or a Shopify shop. You could have been working online from home, or like I said, you could have wanted to become a content creator, so someone who inspires others based on your specific knowledge in a niche. I'm really feeling like it could be the beauty industry. For others of you, it could be spirituality. And for some of you, it could be something like doing nails or retail or even fashion design for some of you. Now, however this resonates, this was not this person's calling, but they tried to make you think that it wasn't yours either because they saw how successful you were becoming in this particular endeavor, and they wanted to claim the energy as their own. For some of you, they worked with a practitioner, someone who wasn't of the light, and someone who actually convinced them that they were going to be able to stop you from your destiny. And whoever was attached to this person, whether it was family, friends, lovers, anyone that they manipulated into believing that this wasn't you, this wasn't for you, and that you essentially were the person in the wrong in the situation, they are all going to be held accountable, and they're all going to receive karma for what they've done to you to try and stop you and block you from your path. And that's the true shame in this whole situation, because people don't realize when you get yourselves attached to someone of a lower karmic vibration or someone who has ill will or intention set out for someone else, it doesn't matter the words that they speak, because karma knows ultimately, like I said, no name, no face, and no words. Karma knows energy. Karma knows intentions, most importantly. Now, you guys were doing healing away from this relationship. For some of you, you were married to this person. If you were a feminine who was like a stay-at-home mom and you always struggled with your finances, this person tried to control your finances. They wanted you to feel like you had to depend on them. So this person could have constantly made you feel like you didn't have enough to get by. You needed them maybe even to help you with your bills or your rent or your groceries, but this was all a facade. You always had the ability to overcome any financial blocks or burdens that they placed on you. For some of you, when you were working a job previously before this endeavor in particular you started, This past person went to your place of work and tried to sabotage it in some way. They either would call in sick for you and then you would show up at work, and so your bosses would be confused, wondering why this person would call in sick for you, how unprofessional it was, and then boom, you would prove them wrong every time, because there you would be without speaking a word about what was happening. So people around you started to catch on to how manipulative this person was without you even having to say a word, you guys. And this is the beautiful thing about spirit. It's only for so long that it's like what goes up must come down. And that is it for the laws of karma. If you're constantly trying to build up other people and not break them down, you bet your butt that you are going to soar really high. And anyone who has tried to hold you back is going to feel that sudden drop when karma catches up with them, you know? And so, like I said, if you were married to this person or you had kids with them, they constantly tried to block your path, block your finances, so that you had no other choice but to feel like you had to depend on them and ultimately to stay in the relationship. If you know for sure that this person was a controlling narcissist, when you finally had the strength to walk away from them, they couldn't handle it because their supply was officially gone. And so this is when they really started to turn people against you, including the new supply, whoever it is that they are currently dating or dealing with. Look at that. So they could be currently dating or dealing with a air sign now, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this person has no idea as to what they've been doing to you, because this person has you painted out to be someone who worked against them, someone who made their life difficult. And in reality, especially if it's another feminine, you know, this person, and it's a masculine, this person is love bombing this new person into believing that they're going to have an amazing family with them, stability, long-term success, and long-term finances. But see, it's all an illusion. It's the same illusion that they once painted you. And that's the unfortunate thing about this reading, is this person is really working out of their shadow side. And for the cross watchers, if you know you resonate with someone who's been trying to tear down your person from the past for having the strength to walk away, take this as your lesson. Only focus on you. It's not the time to focus on bringing others down, because justice will always prevail. And in this case, it's good karma for the person who set out to not intentionally hurt the other. Now, like I said, if you know that there was some weird, funky things that happened with previous employments before you started working on your own, 1717 on the live and 17 likes, you guys. 17 is definitely a number there for this reading. It means that this person intentionally was doing things to sabotage you. You could have noticed your hours were cut, or all of a sudden it's like people who you used to be close with at work, coworkers, bosses, management, no longer looked at you the same. This person, if they knew you were connected to anyone on social media, or you had their phone numbers even, this past partner of yours would go behind your back and intentionally message those people and try to paint you out to be someone you weren't. So for some of you, they told people, if you were a mother, for example, that you were struggling with addictions, that you were someone who wasn't to be trusted in the workplace. There were so many different ways this person tried to stop you from your path. And this is why Spirit said enough is enough, collective, that you deserved to be your own boss. Because Spirit had enough of seeing others try to sabotage you and destroy you. And that's the fact. That's the truth right there. So if you know you were having a hard time keeping a permanent job, or say you had a permanent job, but you had a hard time day to day feeling like you were liked or valued or appreciated in your job, it had a lot to do with your karmic ex really trying to sabotage you from being abundant. They also knew what a hardworking individual you were. And the fact of the matter is, it's like no matter what job you're at, you were always going to succeed. So notice how the Six of Swords is in reverse. This person tried really hard to stop you from being successful on your path. And this is where karma's coming in. Karma does not know no boundaries. It just knows what goes around comes around. And that's the day-old saying, is it not? What goes around comes around. Now let's get more into why Spirit chose you to be your own entrepreneur. You're someone who has worked a handful or more of jobs that have really treated you less than your worth. And you know why this was? It's not because you didn't deserve to have the best job, because everyone here deserves to have a job that they love, that they're passionate about. But all this taught you the strength. And like I said, it's like all the things that we go through build us up for who and where we're supposed to be. And in your case, if you didn't go through all the struggles you did with these low-end paying jobs, with these jobs that really could have overworked you, you could have been someone who at one point maybe even worked midnights or afternoons, or you worked double shifts a lot just to get by, to be able to pay your bills and that. And you wondered constantly, why struggling? Why you? Why was Spirit testing you and putting you through these trials and tribulations? It's because you were destined for something beautiful in the future. And so that when you finally got this opportunity to follow your passions, to be your own entrepreneur, you really truly appreciated and saw the value within it. And this is exactly where you're at in life. And so Spirit is letting you know, if this person tried to take you away from your path recently, for some of you, you could have started a small business from home, been doing very successful, and then all of a sudden it's like it was a halt. Some of you may have had to pick up an old job that you weren't a fan of, go back to that 9-to-5 life, working 2 or more jobs just to get by to pay your bills, and watching this person sit back and grin. Now, for a lot of you, this person is no longer in your life, but they watch from the sidelines. They absolutely keep tabs on everything you're doing. And this is because they try and stick their nose in anywhere they can to stop you from moving forward. And notice with the 5 of Cups, she's pondering, like, what's the next move? What's the best move that's going to be the most successful for you? For some of you, you feel like you've worked long enough, hard shifts, hard labor. And so now it's not about working harder, but it's about working smarter and also enjoying the career you're in. For some of you, you felt so unappreciated in the past career that you were in that you knew it was time for you to walk away from this particular career. And this person, they purposely tried to direct you away from this new passionate endeavor that you were meant to have as a blessing from Spirit. So if you're wondering what your next path is, or recently you felt reconnected to however you started this entrepreneurship, this small business, this is because Spirit is redirecting you back on your path, loves. You were never supposed to leave it in the first place. Like I said, this person enlisted the help of not only themselves and their karmic lover, but many others to try and block you and make you think this wasn't your right path. And it may have worked temporarily, but Spirit showed you to take off the blinders and to walk back into your purpose. They thought they could isolate you as well. So for some of you, they could have really talked down on you to others for starting your own entrepreneur business, for wanting to be your own boss, for wanting to step outside of the grain of the matrix, essentially, that most people work, and wanting better for yourself. And especially in this day and age, in 2022, think about how many self-made entrepreneurs there are in this world. That is the way of the future, not working for someone else and making minimum wage. And for a lot of you, you could have worked jobs you didn't even have benefits, and you didn't even have the means to have benefits with how much you worked and how little of a pay you received. It's also like this, if you recently felt like you had no choice but to go back to one of those like mundane jobs that you really didn't appreciate because the finances weren't fully coming in your entrepreneurship, there was a series of tower moments that could have occurred in this new job to make you come to the realization that you deserved more in your life. So for example, you could have recently faced some sort of harassment at your new job, or being underpaid, or for a lot of you, just realizing that you are far too skilled and advanced person to be working the job that you are working. You have such beautiful passions and qualities about you, and you're so loving and nurturing that you deserve to be really truly valued for the work that you put into this world and the way that you reflect yourself as a human being. And so if you needed that confirmation, I'm here to give that to you guys. You are someone who is so highly skilled. Whatever job you recently went back to is far beyond you now. You deserve to be your own entrepreneur, and you deserve to follow your passions. Now, the thing is, you inspire this person, regardless if they're willing to admit it or not. As much as they've tried to control you and stop you and isolate you, You inspire them because no matter what roadblocks they've thrown your way, you've overcome them. All effortlessly is what I'm hearing. So really beautiful energy for you guys to be in. Go ahead and share this video if you feel like this message is resonating and is an important message as well. Now, some of you, if you feel like you've been isolated, this is because the people around you truly didn't value you as a person. I know it's a hard truth to accept, but once we start seeing how much we deserve in our own lives, sometimes those that don't see it for themselves and don't value that quality within others need to be removed. And that is also why this person needed to leave your life. If you feel like you went through a divorce, Hierophant in reverse, and you're wondering why can't you just have the happy family? That's because this person wanted you in a lack mindset. They didn't want you to see your true value and your true worth. For some of you, it's because you're about to outshine this person in every single way possible. And they saw it, but they did not want you to see this quality within yourself. Look at that. 6 of Wands in reverse. You're an absolute star. For some of you, you're really, really passionate about something in particular, and you have a lot of knowledge about this particular subject, and you are someone who's actually going to teach others. So for some of you, like I said, if you have a content platform or you are very skilled in a particular niche, you're actually going to end up teaching others the way of doing this. So say you're someone with a small entrepreneur business ship, you're actually going to inspire and teach a lot of other people that they're able to leave their 9-to-5 and start their own small business as well and be a lot more successful than they've ever been in their entire lives. And your person didn't want you to see that you possess that quality. And that's the sad truth of this entire heartbreak. 3 of Swords, look at that. Because we're all here to do better than we did yesterday, you know? And if the person you love the most is trying to oppress you from being successful, from being financially abundant, that's just a shame. Now, for some of you, you're about to meet your true person, your emperor. This could be an Aries or a Taurus. This person is truly inspired by you or will be, and they will constantly lift you up to be the best version of yourself. Now, this person in particular is someone who is a business owner already, so you are going to actually learn something from them as well. And especially the fact is that this person would never try and oppress you in being financially abundant or successful. And regardless if this person is a feminine or a masculine for you, especially if it is a masculine, you know, it's like this person's going to be like, damn, that's my babe. You know, they're going to be so proud of you. They're not going to be jealous or insecure that you could be more successful or more abundant than they are. Page of Swords, whoever you were dealing with in the past, just like really immature, flighty energy. This person never learned the lesson yet that we're all here to achieve great things. And especially if you're in love with someone or you're building a family with them, it's not about who makes more on paper. It's not about who is more valued in the community. It's about being a team and working together and inspiring each other to both be of value in the community, to both be financially abundant. And that's what this new person's going to do for you. And it's going to be such a breath of fresh air. For a lot of you, you're going to be completely shocked. Now, in the past, the person you definitely could have been dealing with could have been a Scorpio. Regardless, this person is experiencing a tower moment, because the more they try and come up against you and suppress you from your dreams, the more they are realizing that they're receiving karma and blockages for doing so. Especially if they try to stop your small business in some way. So it's like if this person was in your home in the last year and all of a sudden things started going weird in your business, they either try to steal something from your company, or like I said, if you had a platform, this person personally tried to steal from you to claim your business as their own, you guys. And this is where the karma is coming in, because it could have even been up to a year ago they did this. They thought they got away with it. Like I said, they could have involved the help of their family or friends or a particular third party they were dealing with. And these two both are experiencing major financial instability, a loss of opportunity, and most importantly, they're starting to be seen for the jealous people that they are. And you, collective, you're just shining bright, especially if you keep on going during this path, during this struggle. You're being viewed as a very wise person. Now, you could be older than the person in the past that you were dealing with. And for others of you, it doesn't even mean you're older. You could be the same age, but it just really represents wisdom here with the King of Swords. And also the fact of the matter is you had the ability and the discernment to walk away from this person because you started realizing who they were to you. The mask fell off. It's like there was no more love bombing. Welcome everyone in the chats. I hope you guys are resonating. But it's like there was no more love bombing available from this person. You started to see that they were giving to other connections. And for some of you, it's like I said, if you have kids with this person, how dare they try to hold you back from being financially abundant so that you could provide a better life for both of your children? Like, seriously. This isn't medieval times, you guys. You know, maybe back in the day, it used to be like a masculine versus the feminine, was the breadwinner, was the person that worked, whereas the other parent was the stay-at-home parent. But in this day and age, hey, it goes both ways. Feminines and masculines can be stay-at-home parents. And what the heck is that energy anyways? You should want the best life for your kid, not be jealous of your past partner or your partner in general and try and hold them back. And so this is where this person is experiencing karma, especially too, if your kids are more grown, if they're teenagers or older, for some of you, they could actually be grown adults. The kids see them for exactly who they are, and it's selfish, absolutely selfish in trying to block you, their other parent, from being successful. For some of you, I'm hearing just breaking even from poverty. You know, you could be someone who's constantly had to rent an apartment and you never had the ability to save up to buy a house. And it's because of this person's insecurities that always held you back. Spirit wants me to reiterate, if there was a few times in your life that you knew you were about to have enough savings to buy a house, or you knew you were about to receive that major opportunity or job promotion that you deserved, and then all of a sudden something like flopped, it was absolutely this past person holding you back from those opportunities. For some of you, when you first started this business or this entrepreneurship, you could have expressed to your person, or, you know, if at this point you guys were already finished, they especially pumped the brakes on you is what Spirit wants me to say. But if you were still together or you were separated and you let this person know, hey, like you finally came up with an idea that you could work from home, or, you know, something you were passionate about and something you were very knowledgeable in, that you could bring that skill to light and create a small business out of it. This person was like, okay, no. They were at home literally manifesting for you to fail. And like I said, they were involving other people in this. And the sad reality is, if you're someone who's spiritual collective, you could have told this person what manifesting was, and they tried to use it against you completely. But see, what they don't realize is if they had all these negative thoughts about you, and they sat at home and they grinned and tee-heed and thought no one would know, just them, about the way that they were treating you or their plans to sabotage you and your career, Spirit knew the entire time, but Spirit let them, because Spirit wanted to see as far as they would take it, because the further they took it to prevent you, by the time you finally gained this awareness as to what was going on, justice is here to prevail for you guys. And for a lot of you, it was speaking your truth and also realizing that you were gifted this small business or this business entrepreneurship idea so that this person couldn't sabotage it. So as soon as this person started thinking, oh, they're going to make you lose that opportunity as well, Spirit goes, let's just see how manipulative, how low vibrational, and how karmic this person really wants to be, because in the long run, they're creating that karma for themselves tenfold. Now, I'm just going to say right now in the chats, you guys, the end of this cycle is finally here, 3333 on the live. The worst part about this entirety is, like I said, not only did anyone they involve in coming up against you is going to also face karma for using poor judgment and essentially negative energy against you, but most importantly, anyone who tried to stop and prevent you is going to watch you rise to the top. So this person could have portrayed themselves to be your protector, be a protector of the community, someone who wanted the best for those around them. But in reality now, they're being viewed as a false person. And the worst part about this entirety is the new person that they painted all these illusions to is about to see them for who they truly are as well. And it's nothing but a liar. And for a lot of you guys, someone really jealous. That is not the vibe, especially if you had kids with this person. It's just a shame. It's a shame, like I said, that any parent would want to stop the other from being more successful, because it's not about your ego. It's about your child and wanting the best life for your children possible. Look at that. 6 of Cups in reverse at the bottom. This person literally did not want you to be successful because they wanted to be known in the community or amongst your family and friends or people from your past as the more successful one. But it was all based on their ego, because you are someone who struggled, someone who's genuine, and someone who mostly importantly realizes that you two are meant to parent or, come together as a whole, not one against the other. Now, if you didn't have kids with this person, you two could have shared a place together or even pets together. And so possibly during the separation, you are the person who either kept the apartment or the house, or for others of you, you kept the pets. So same thing, like this person wanted to see you jobless and struggling to come up with enough rent to pay your bills or your rent. And meanwhile, it's like you were struggling to come up with enough food to put on the table. And this person was sitting happy about this situation while they moved on with someone else, with a third party. And they convinced this third party that that was what you deserved. But the shame of the matter is no one deserves this. And Temperance, the Temperance angel, Archangel Michael, is here to literally tell you this whole situation is being balanced out. Could have been dealing with a Sagittarius as well. And if not, this third party that they're with now is a Sagittarius. You guys, this reading is really heavy. I just want you to know, if you've experienced this recently, Spirit is here to make things better for you guys because you deserve it. You don't deserve to struggle. And most importantly, whoever tried to direct you away from their path, your path, is about to be seen for who they truly are. For some of you, it took you standing up to, wow. For some of you, this is a divine masculine. And if they were a divine masculine, they completely lost their title. They've turned karmic based on how they treated you. For others of you, you could be the divine masculine. But for most of you, you see the way that the Virgin card is turned. It's like literally the purity of this person you were dealing with was taken away when they decided to turn against you. Get a few more messages, you guys. Go ahead and like the video if you find this reading resonates and if you want to claim this energy. Now, definitely kept picking up earlier that someone was a mother to this person's children, and look at that. The mother card came out. So specifically, this reading really resonates for someone who is either a pet mother or a child mother to this ex-person who had nothing but ill intentions to try and prevent you from being financially abundant, or for some of you, like debt-free. You could have major debt. You could have accumulated major debt, constantly going through the upheaval and the job loss or the job changes based on this person's manipulation. For some of you, this person decided to date someone karmic from your job, and this could have caused you to walk away from that job because you knew that this person was behind the scenes manipulating someone at your job to turn others against you. Now, the karma of this is the person they used to turn against you, they are going to lose their job as well. And for a lot of you, this person's going to see the light and who this person is. And that only resonates for those that your person started having a third party with someone at your place of employment. This person thought they were sneaky. They could have definitely stalked your phone or followed you to your place of employment. Look at that. Karmic feminine in reverse. Whoever they're dealing with is literally a karmic feminine. This person knows no better. They have yet to learn the lessons of, basically, Spirit wants me to say hard work. So the person they're dealing with could be someone who feels very self-entitled, someone who has constantly had things handed to them, and possibly hasn't had to work many real jobs or rely on their own finances. Like they always had family or past partners take care of their finances for them. And so this is the reality check for this karmic feminine, is that when they see the truth in what your past person is doing to you, they are all of a sudden going to walk away from this person and be left with no choice but to step it up and pay their own bills, take care of their own finances. And that's when it's truly going to resonate with them how difficult and how wrong it was for them to try and stop you from being successful. So like if this is someone you worked with, you could have been really successful in a new job or a place you've been at for quite a few years. And then all of a sudden you notice people are snickering about you, or people looked at you differently, people judged you differently, or people seemed to know a little bit more about you than you had told them. That was because your past person was sleeping with this new karmic feminine and basically spewing a bunch of lies about you to them in order to have this person come up against you. And it's a shame because, like I said, this karmic feminine know not what they did. They've got themselves entangled in all of your past person's karma without even realizing who you truly were as a person. Wow, look at that next card out. Spirit is just on point today. Pioneer. You see what that says? Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So your person made you to be a copycat, made you to be someone who followed the wave, or like they had all the ideas and you just copied them for it. But in reality, it's part of your person's karma, your past person's karma, to have the person that they're dealing with as the third party realize that you were always the truth. You were always the original one with the ideas, with the business ideas, and you were always the pure-hearted person. Look at that with the heart in the middle. And you were always protected by spirit. That's what both of them failed to realize when they tried to mess with you. Neither of them realized just how highly protected you are to spirit. We've got guide in reverse. So for some of you, you could have lost a parent. You could have lost a mother or a father and been through some really difficult times. So, you know, it's like if you didn't know that lesson already, upon losing a parental figure or someone really close to you like that, it represents the nature of divine in life and yourself. Knowing that we don't treat others with disrespect. And like I said, most importantly, we don't stop others from their path. And damsel, wow, you guys, damsel and addict. So damsel's in reverse here. You know what that means? No matter what struggles you guys were going through, you may have kept all this to yourself. You may have not even opened up to friends or family the true extent about what you were going through in fear of being judged or misjudged. And also you knew at the end of the day, karma, what goes around comes around. Now, addict, this person from your past is addicted to your energy. Especially if you walked away from them and you told them, let you move on, let you be with someone else who truly appreciates and values you and makes you happy. This person felt like their narcissistic supply, which was you, collective, completely pulled away from them and they feel drained. And also they were pulling from your energy. So they were taking and receiving ideas from you and trying to claim it as their own. So when you pulled away, it's like all the ideas stopped, right? Because they were doing nothing but copying you. For some of you, like I said, you had this small business idea. This person took this idea to the karmic that they're dealing with now and tried to make the karmic mimic you. Especially if you're a feminine to a feminine or a masculine to a masculine. It's like, however that resonates, this person tried to make their new person take your business ideas and for them to be financially abundant off it. I'm hearing like a get rich quick scheme. And for some of you, like I said, if they came into your home, or say if you're a parent and you know your kid gets drop-offs, this person purposely took a piece of mail, a piece of paperwork, or even something to do with your small business. They could have stolen passwords off your phone, something to claim that this was their work and not yours. And so for a brief period of time, your finances could have been stopped. They could have been blocked. And for others of you, you know, your small business could have almost been threatened to be taken away. But like I said, spirit only allows people to really test the waters as far as they can go, because the more someone tries to play you or play in your energy, you bet your sweet butt, if you're the pioneer, the original creator of the idea, Spirit is going to give you that back tenfold. All those blessings, all those times that person tried to stop and block you, they're going to let you receive more and more payout, financial abundance, and most importantly, opportunities for being the truth in this situation. And for also, like I said, damsel in reverse. You probably didn't open up to many people about what you went through. You allowed karma to take its course, and you truly just trusted in divine. And that's all you needed to do, especially if you found like through this situation, you could have been someone who always had faith, but maybe you more recently in the last few years, upon dealing with situations like this and struggles, you really put your faith in divine and allowed for it to shine through. And so not only are you doing the right thing by really trusting that divine has a bigger purpose for you, divine most importantly kept you protected, but you're also teaching others through that faith. And a lot of people that could have been in your community or your circle, they had lacked faith for a long time based on their circumstances, based on the way they saw others being treated, and based on the way they chose to live in their shadow selves. So just know, like I said, you're a teacher to so many, whether you realize this or not. You're truly inspiring others to see the best within themselves and to see that they truly can stand in their authenticity and really be the best version of themselves, regardless of the spiritual attacks or attacks in general being thrown at them by others. You know, it takes a tough person to really stand up against the person you love the most. And I think a lot of you were really just in awe when you realize the extent of this person's ego and jealousy. And, you know, if you were recently directed by spirit to stand up for yourself, in some sense, to take your power back, to claim your throne back, you guys, your divine birthright, that's because whoever is looking out for you in heaven is guiding you to do so. They've said enough is enough. And like, especially if you're a feminine and you lost your father figure, or if you're a masculine and you lost your mother figure, that person is just so ashamed, is what I'm hearing from spirit, to see that someone who once claimed to have loved you would actually put you through these trials and tribulations, all over ego, over 3D thinking. Because a lot of you guys are way beyond the 3D thinking. You're in the 5D and realizing that, you know, karmic laws exist and life is about being the best person you can be and following that spiritual path. And, you know, everyone has an opportunity to be better than they were yesterday. And I feel like that's what you constantly try to teach this person through your forgiveness, through your unconditional love, that they always had a chance to make things right in the situation between you guys. But what they chose to do was enlist the help of others, specifically their new partner or family and friends, and come up against you even further. Now, for some of you, like I said, if you live in a complex or apartment building, they tried to turn neighbors against you. They could have tried to turn even your landlord against you. They tried to turn their karmic partner against you. And they could have even gone as far as to date someone in your complex just to make your life a living 𝙆𝙆𝙊. Because that is how traumatic and how messed up this person's ego is. They're truly living in their shadow self. And for a lot of you, like, you'll know who this person is because they did not believe in spirituality. They could have laughed or snuffed at you, you know, when you said to them, well, that's okay. You know, say an example, when someone else would do you wrong at work or in life in general, you would always say, well, hey, you know, I know that by being a good person, I will receive that good karma eventually one day. You know, they could have been like, but they could have looked at you like you were crazy, or they could have looked at you like, oh yeah, and like in the back of their mind in disbelief. But see, you're about to show this person that all that you said was the truth. And every single time that they came up against you or anyone else, because what I'm hearing from spirit is they not only did this to you, they did this to any person they dated in the past and also coworkers that they're surrounded with now. This person constantly is an opportunist. They have a hidden agenda to come up against others because they feel like in the moment, whatever they can do to catapult themselves further along in their path is going to get them to the finish line faster. But see, this is all a false illusion. Because the further that this person steps on others to climb up that ladder to success, the harder the ladder is going to fall right when they're almost at the top. And you guys, slow and steady, took the true path, took the truth. You never tried to step on toes. You never tried to lie or slander about anyone else. And for a lot of you, once you realize this person was doing this to you, you could have really kept it hidden for months, for years, and when it finally came to your breaking point, however that was or will be coming up, Spirit wants you to use your voice, because that is when it's time for you to show the truth of the matter. And don't be defeated, don't be quiet when you do this. Don't feel like you need to withhold some of the facts. Spirit is going to want you to be in such a position of betrayal that you have no choice but to say, hey, look, this is the truth. Take it or leave it. And watch Spirit catapult you back into that success, because you didn't deserve to struggle for as long as you did based on someone else's ego or jealousy of your success. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really hope this reading could resonate for you. Just know that you are not only growing tremendously as a person, but however this resonates, if you felt taken off your path or like you were being strayed away from this opportunity that you were presented, it's all about to be brought back to you, no matter what slander, gossip, or lies, or even like destruction this person tried to bring to your life. Because what they don't realize is that Spirit is going to let them think for as long as possible that they're winning, until they've got themselves so far deep in a hole that everyone has no point but to see the truth for what it is. And that, my friends, is when you are going to shine the brightest. You will be the most successfully abundant, and most importantly, you will claim back your life. And if this is a person who is a parent to your children, Spirit just wants me to say this: they are going to grow up with resentment for that parent. Doesn't matter if they're a child, if they're a teenager, or if they're full grown now. If they're a teenager or full grown now and they see you struggling, and then they go to the other parent's house and they kind of make fun of you or laugh about you, or they seem to have it easy, Spirit's already waking up your child to the fact there's something not right about this equation. How come mom or dad's struggling so much when mom or dad over here is making it look like a joke, all that you're going through? And like I said, even if this child is younger and you feel like, oh, you've only got like a toddler or a couple-year-old, this behavior has gone on for so long, or will go on for so long, that when your child is grown, they will have no choice but to see the awful set of karmic situations that this person put you through. And they're going to do nothing but respect you so much for how you stood tall, how you never claimed the damsel in distress, and most importantly, how you raised your child to respect other individuals regardless of the attacks that people are throwing at you, especially the ones you love. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really hope this reading could bring you a little bit of peace and, just understanding that whatever you were recently blessed with as an entrepreneurship, this was for you to get away from this person, either trying to date people you work with, trying to sabotage your name at work or in a community. And most importantly, it was for you to be the most successful for you, for your kids that you may currently have, whether that's, children or fur babies, for you to never have to struggle and worrying about paying your rent or your mortgage. And most importantly, for you to have a successful future. Because everyone in this earth deserves that. And you, my friend, are already someone who knows this fact. And this is why Divine is about to catapult you into that success. Claim it right now, because this reading is for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Kick back, watch a good movie, make a good dinner, put yourself in that high vibration, and know that the end of this difficult cycle is here, my friends.